Hi guys, today I'm going to be going to the field where the Battle of Edgehill took place. I'm really into my history, so I'm really looking forward to this. I have been to the battleground a few times before, but they also have a church there with a lot of information about the history of the Battle of Edgehill and the Civil War itself, and I've never been to that church before for some reason. Actually, I didn't even realise that they had the information there at the church. So I'm particularly looking forward to going there because I've never been before. So a bit of information on the Civil War. The English Civil War were a series of 3 battles between the Royalists, also known as the Cavaliers, and the Parliamentarians, also known as the Roundheads, in England between 1642 to 1651. Charles I became King of England in 1625 following the death of his father James I. He married the Catholic princess Henrietta Maria, which caused concern as England was a Protestant country and people now feared Charles was going to make the country Catholic. Charles believed in the divine right of kings, meaning that God put him in charge of a country, and so he didn't need Parliament in order to make decisions. Charles wanted to rule over Parliament. However, without Parliament, Charles was not allowed to raise taxes, and when Scotland invaded the north of England, he desperately then needed money in order to raise an army. Parliament placed heavy demands on Charles in return for their support, but Charles refused, and so he declared war on Parliament, starting the English Civil War. Parliament had most of its support from the middle classes, while Charles had his support from nobility. The first time the Roundheads and the Cavaliers battled was at Edgehill in Warwickshire, which was called the Battle of Edgehill, and it took place in 1642. So that's where I'm going to go now, and I'm going to take you guys along with me. I've arrived at St. Peter's Church. Just going to go and see if it's open because it is a Sunday today and it's Easter Sunday, so not too sure if it's open or not. I'm going to go and have a look. The church is open and inside there's loads of information about the Battle of Edgehill.
That's a musket and a pistol.
The church is apparently open 24 hours a day, which I didn't know. Really helpful for today because I was worried it was going to be closed. It's only a small church, but I really like it here. It's in a little village called Radway. Neither side won a convincing victory because both sides had inexperienced soldiers. Between 1642 and 45, Charles had a few successes until Parliament wanted to form a more professional army, and Oliver Cromwell became their parliamentary leader. Also on the Parliament side was Thomas Fairfax, who became Commander-in-Chief of the troops, and at the Battle of Naseby in 1645 he led a new professional army. The Royalists were led by King Charles and Prince Rupert. Victory went to Parliament, and the Royalists lost over 5,000 men and most of their weapons. Here we have the battlefield, and then just up here is a pub that I've been to a few times, and it's got glass windows so you can look out over the fields. It's really nice there. And there's loads of calves. They're so cute. This is the pub I was talking about, the Castle at Edgehill. Just stopped to have a drink at the pub. This is where the church was we went to, and this is where we are now. And out there is where the battle would have taken place. When Charles was captured, he tried to negotiate a settlement with Parliament, but Oliver Cromwell was opposed to this. Charles I was beheaded on the 30th of January 1649. Charles II, who had been crowned King of Scotland after his father's death, attempted to invade England, but was defeated by Cromwell at the Battle of Worcester, ending the Civil War. Charles II was one of very few who managed to escape the battle. I think where I am now is probably the best area to get views of the battlefield. It's just off lay-by, but just look at those views. And so all the fields in front of me now is where the Battle of Edgehill would have taken place. I really enjoyed my day today visiting different points around Edgehill. We picked a good day today because the weather has been gorgeous. We were going to go yesterday because today is Easter Sunday. So like I said, I was a little worried that places would be closed. So we were going to go yesterday, but it started raining, and so we took a chance, went today, and I'm so glad that we did, because yeah, it's been a really nice day today. I hope you have enjoyed this video, and if you didn't know much about the Civil War, I hope this video has been helpful to you as well. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you in my next video.